Steve, throughout your pretty successful June, you said that it was your mental game that was keeping you pretty strong. How can conditions like this, is it a little easier to get frustrated, to get mad at yourself playing a match yesterday? How much does that affect your mental game?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. When you have chances, you don't take them, then you lose your focus for a second and you lose serve, and that's the margins when you play a guy with Evo when he pretty much only has a serve. So got to stay focused.
Steve, sorry for the tough loss today. Obviously in the doubles last night, it was a tough result as well. So were you kind of feeling, tired a bit from just all the tennis you've had over the past couple weeks?
No, I wasn't tired. I just got unlucky, I think, early, and margins are so small. I got lucky against John, and today just didn't go my way.
Is his serve hard to read for you?
His serve's one of the best, but I felt like I had a lot more chances today than I did yesterday, and I just didn't capitalize on them.
And one more question. What were you saying to Fergus Murphy? And I don't know, the first or second set, it seemed like that something was bothering you. He was called for time.
No, you just, in my mind, I heard a clear lead on a break point that he didn't call, and I didn't make a move for it. And it's on Fergus, it's on the net machine. It is what it is, and that's it. It's over.
Okay, thanks.
I'm curious, everyone really conflates or compares Evo and John serves and says that they're the same. Do they feel exactly the same to you, or is there a noticeable difference between the two?
No, they're all different. They're both completely different.
Yeah.
They're both very good, and had my chances today, didn't take them, and margins are small when you play a guy like that.
What's different about them?
John, I think, is the best server in tennis, and I think Evo just can kind of overpower you sometimes. John will hit every spot, and you could be 10, 15 feet away from a serve, and I don't know. They're both tough, and I find John's to be tougher, but it's all relative.
Okay.
Just wonder if Twitter helped you blow off some steam in the last half hour or so.
No, it's just idiots out there, but we have some fun with them. I don't really care. They're useless human beings in this world, so it is what it is. And I'm not going to take it too seriously. I laugh at it, joke back at them, and it's more of a locker room joke for us these days than it is. I don't take it seriously whatsoever.
Looks like you're going to be at a new career ranking high starting next week. Do you set ranking goals throughout the year or no?
No, not at all. The only ranking goals you have is, for me at least, is to be seeded in slams. Just that way you get the luxury of playing two guys ranked below you, in the first two rounds. So you can avoid guys like Novak and Roger in that early first, second rounds. And other than that, I just want to keep continuing to get better at tennis. My career is hopefully will be another 5-10 years, and at the end of that, I'll look back and think that I did everything I possibly could. But I don't want to set ranking goals and come up short and then feel like I missed out on a big goal of mine, and maybe you finish the year with a negative taste in your mouth rather than a positive one.
Just to follow up on the ranking question, you're getting pretty close to becoming the top American. Have you thought about that at all, and do you joke about it with John at all?
I'll probably wait some time to joke about it with John after yesterday, but no, John, he's held the top spot the last 4 or 5 years. He's somebody we all look up to, and we look to him to kind of hold us strong. He's been the top dog for a while, and I think he's happy that there's 4 guys now in the top 25, 30. That could kind of take some of the pressure off of him, because I know he feels it even though he may not say it, and I don't even think about it. I just want to go out and win tennis matches and just try and go out and just be the person I am, and that's about it.
Seemed like when Evo came to the net, that presented some challenges for you. What were you trying to do to try to respond to that, or keep him back?
Hit him by him? I don't know. He on his serve, he's going to do what he wants, and on my serve, I didn't do a good enough job. And in 2 games today, and unfortunately that's all it is. And hopefully I'll get another chance soon. And I love this tournament. I was hoping to make a final here and hopefully put my name up there on the wall with the other champions. But I'll be back. I really do enjoy this tournament, so hopefully I'll get another crack at it soon.